Hello and welcome to another setup video at Rhythm Room Music School. Next to me today I have the Donner DED 200 Max, and as always I've got my trusty butter knife to get the boxes open. Let's get straight into it, start getting some boxes out. First box you want to get out is this long one that says drum stand written on it. Next up I'm going to take all of these stands out of their bags. Okay, now grab all of the stands that have feet on them. We're going to set the kit up as though it's going directly in front of us. So whenever you've got a stand with a single connection point on it, like that, we're going to put one down in front of us to the right, and then we're going to put the other one down in front of us to the left, and then the one that has two connection points to it is going to go in front of us to the right, and three is going to go in front of us to the left. If you are setting this up to be left-handed, you're going to want to swap these two stands around. For this next part, we need to grab the accessories box. In that box is this little bag that has spare written on it. In there is going to be our drum key, and we're going to use that to adjust the stands. Our drum key looks like this. For this next part, we need to get the connecting poles in the right place. So there is some prep work to do as well. We're going to need to move these two mount points closer in the middle of this pole, and we'll do this by loosening off that connector and sliding it along the pole like that. So we've got another one here with two connectors on it, so I'm going to do that for both now. Right, so we have two poles here with two connection points on it. The first pole is going to go into the topmost connection point of both of the legs, and then the other one is going to go into this lower connection point and is going to plug into here. Now, in order to do that, we need to use the drum key to loosen off these parts, and then you'll be able to slide that pole into that connection point. I'm going to do the back of the kit first. So you want to have it so that these connections here are facing you, and that you've got the mount points facing downwards, right? So you've got these parts facing towards you, and it's going to go on the back of the frame like that. To give you an idea of what I meant, this is how we want it to look when we set it up on the back frame. Right. So I'm going to put it up now, and I'm going to connect this pole to the pole that has the foot on it towards me there, and then this pole with one connection point is going to connect that second one down to this one over here on my left. So you should now have something that looks like this in front of you. And these connection points with these tension screws facing towards you, and we've got the one mount point over here, two here, and two here. There's one more pole left, which is this one, and this is going to fit into this connection point here. So you want to have the part of the pole that's closed off facing towards you. So this part is the bit that goes in. So in the box are three cymbal stands. They're exactly the same, so they can go in whichever one you fancy. So first one's going to go in this stand, the other one's going to go in here, and then the last one. Now this is actually where I differ a little bit from the instructions. So the instructions tell you to put the other cymbal stand into this mount here. I prefer to have it over here, and my students do as well, and that is mainly because having the cymbal there and then the brain here means that you get a little bit more control over where you position that hi-hat stand. And it's just a little bit more comfortable to play, I feel. So if you're following the instructions, then put the cymbal stand there. If not, if you're going to be following me, then we're going to be putting it here. The last thing we're going to find in the stand box are these little mounts here. And so we're going to be placing them into this connection point, this one, and this one. Now we've put them in this particular place for a reason. So we're going to come around to the stand around the other side and put them in like that. So can you actually see that? Right, so we're going to be putting it in that way round, and we're going to do the same for the pad down here as well as over here. So I'm going to do that now quickly. I find that by giving it a little wiggle as you try to put it into the connection point, helps get in a bit easier. Now I'm going to open the box that says drum pad and the other box that says drum pad. You're going to have 4 pads in front of you, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. So we're going to put a big one here and here, and then the 2 small ones are going to go up here. Next up, we want to open the box that says cymbal pad. Then you want to open the box that says kick, in brackets, pad and pedal, because the hi-hat cymbal pad is hidden in that box. So you've got 2 big cymbal pads and 1 small one. So the 2 big pads go on the stands at the back of the kit, and the smallest one goes on the one closest to you. When you're fitting the cymbal pad, you want to make sure the felt, which is this part, is on top of the pad as you put it on the stand. Okay, so we're getting close to being done now. So we're going to open the box that says kick again, and we're also going to open the box that says pedal, and we're going to get all that stuff out. In here you've got a box that says headphone. I'm going to put that to one side for now. Okay, so using our drum key, we're going to loosen off this part of this bass drum pedal and attach the beater. We're going to have the felt side, which is this side, facing the pad head there. So we're going to be putting it in this hole like that. You want about, you just want a little bit sort of poking out the bottom, so you don't want it completely flush like that. We do want to have a little bit of the beater poking out the bottom. About that much is about right. Also, this other pedal that's in that box, that's just going to stay on our left hand side. That's just the hi-hat pedal. Nearly forgot to mention, on the bass plate here, we've got 2 little metal parts here that are going to need to go in the holes that are in the bass here. There you go, just like that. Perfect. Right, I'm going to tighten this up. And then finally, on your bass drum pedal here, you've got a clamp, and then that's going to fit on our bass drum tower like that. So you're going to need to lift the tower up. I've got the Velcro here. It's very sticky. Oh no, messing with it now. Right, and then you're going to put the bass drum pedal pad in the clamp like that. So we want to line it up so that when the bass drum beater comes forward, it's hitting the middle. So obviously that's not the middle. We need to slide it a bit more to the left. I'd say that looks about right. So we tighten it up there using this down here. Okay, now we open the box that says module. Okay, with our module on one side, we need to go back to our accessories box and grab all the cables that are in here. So in the box is the power supply, which we're going to put to one side for now, as well as an instrument cable, which we'll also put over there with him. Our main focus is this cable loom. So obviously we've got the connection point here, which is going to go into there. And then hopefully everything here is labeled. So if we have a look here, we've got hi-hat control written there. So just so you know where to plug everything in, this is hi-hat control, this is kick, this is hi-hat, this is crash, this is ride, snare, tom 1, tom 2 and tom 3. In the accessories box as well are some cable ties, which I am going to use because someone in the comments section usually tells me off if I don't use them. So let's give this a go. So in a first in one of these setup videos for me, a stool is actually provided with the kit. So we're now going to open the box that says drum stool surface and drum stool bracket. Right, so we're going to pop the centre part of this stool in the base. And we want to make sure that we've got the part of the pole that has the groove in it facing upwards. So we're going to pop it in like this. Make sure to loosen this off and have the washer on this side of the stand. Great. Open that up, tighten that down there. It's pretty simple, this bit. Just got to put that on top. It's ready. You can adjust the height of this stool as you see fit by using the holes that are provided in the center part. Okay, so we've got to get the power supply set up. That's if you're not European and you're British like me. So you need to push this little tag button down here and then twist it in the open direction. It's very hard to do this one-handed, but we're going to push that down and twist it and remove that part. So now we're going to repeat the process, but in reverse, but this time with the UK plug. With that part done, you then plug the power supply into the module, and that is ready to go. There is still the headphone box, but this is pretty self-explanatory. Get the headphones out, and if you want to use them, you can plug them into the phone's output, which is here. Now, interestingly, and I've lost it, now there it is, it is also provided with this instrument cable, which will allow you to plug into an amplifier if you've got one. That's a very helpful little addition to the kit there. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, with the kit set up, it should now look something like this. So you want to make sure that when you're configuring the kit that you keep the pads fairly close together like this. You also don't want the pads at any sort of extreme angles facing towards you aggressively like that, because that means when you come to play it with a drumstick, you'll end up stabbing the head and you can actually damage the mesh heads. So you want to keep things fairly flat with a slight tilt towards you, kind of like that. But yeah, in this sort of general position. Well, I think this has to be one of the messiest setups I've ever done for this channel. There is so much polystyrene that has just been, I guess, damaged in transit or something like that. But yeah, well, the kit's set up, it's configured and ready to go. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. But I'll see you next time.